Hello everyone, I am Onkar Saudagar from the DataMonk and I welcome you all to the next video of DataMonk Pandas series. And in this video, I will be covering the data structures in Pandas, which are series and data frames. So, what are series? Series are very similar to ND arrays. The main difference between them is that with series, you can provide custom index labels. The operations on series automatically align the data based on the labels. Now here let's see how we can create our series. First let's clear all output. Yeah. So all of our output is gone. Now let's import NumPy and pandas. Let's see how we can create series using lists. I have a list named mylist with data values as 10, 20, 30, 40. Then I can create my series with the data with the function called as pd.series. Data is equal to mylist. So the data in the series will be 10, 20, 30, 40 with indexes as 0, 1, 2, 3. And if you want to change the indexes as abcd or any other thing, we can use this following function pd.series with data as mylist and indexes as abcd. So we have indexes changed. Now we can also do this with a different method, like we can give a labels in a list and then perform the function pd.series mylist comma labels. So mylist here is data and labels here are the indices. So we do the same thing and we get the same output as here in this cell. Now we see how we can create an array, how we can create a series using arrays. So we create an array using NumPy library np.array mylist. Mylist is a list, so we convert a list into array. So we have a 1D array. We use the array in pd.series and we get a series with 0, 1, 2, 3 as its indices. And when we use labels into the series, then we get changed indices which are now abcd. Now let's see how to create series using dictionaries. So we all know dictionaries is a key value pair set. So my dictionary, I have created a dictionary named my dictionary which has keys as abcd and values as 10, 20, 30, 40. Now what pd.series does is it creates or it uses the keys as indices and the values of that keys as the data in the series. So you can see abcds are now the indices and 10, 20, 30, 40 is the data. Now see how we can access the series values. So series values, so series 1 is equal to pd.series, then we have our data which is 10, 20, 30, 40. Then we have the indices which named Delhi, Gurgaon, Noida and Faridabad. Now we have our series and we can access the series elements as we access our values in dictionaries. Like in dictionaries, we use keys to access the values. Now here in series, we use the indices to access its values. So in Delhi we have 10, in Gurgaon 20. So that's all from series. Now let's look into pandas data frame. A pandas data frame is a 2D table with labeled columns and labeled rows that can hold different types of data types, or it can have any kind of data into it. And we can say that a data frame is a collection of series. A column in a data frame is a series in itself. Let's see how it is. Now let's see how we can create a data frame. Firstly, I have imported randint from numpy.random. So we can create a data frame with random integers into it. So here I have used pd.dataframe to create a data frame. I have used randint 10, 100, 20. So randint does is it creates a random integers between 10 to 100 and 20 in number. Means we have 20 values from 10 to 100 which is of integer types. Dot we have reshaped it with 5 rows and 4 columns. Now we have named our rows A, B, C, D, E and our columns as GGN, DL, DEL, Noida and Faridabad. Now we can see the DF. We have A, B, C, D, E as rows and Gurgaon, Delhi, Noida and Faridabad as our column names. Each of the above column is actually a Pandas series. Let's see how it is. DF GGN. Now it gives the column, and now as we can see it resembles to the series, and when we see the type of it comes to be pandas.series. And now if we add another column to our data frame, which is like here, and when we see the type of it comes to be pandas.dataframe. So only one column is a series, and if we add one or more columns into it, it becomes a data frame. So creation of new columns in a data frame. As we all know, we can add columns, delete rows. We can do anything into a data frame as it is mutable. So let's see how we can add a column. So adding a column using existing columns. So we can perform arithmetic operations like addition of columns or deletion of columns and create another column and add into it. Like over here, we have performed operations on the column Delhi, Gurgaon and Noida. I have added values from Delhi and Gurgaon and then I have subtracted it from Noida. And the new column name is SML. See, you can see the new column name is SML with the following values. Now how can we add a column using a single value into it? So if we give only a single value to a new column, then we have a column with the same value in it, like 75 all over the column. Remove columns. We can also remove columns which you don't want in our data frame. So we can use the function df.drop and we can drop the column which we created. Axis is equal to 1 implies a column and axis is equal to 0 implies a row. So here we have to drop a column, so we use axis is equal to 1 and df. When we see our df, we still have Hyderabad into it because on this function only removes the Hyderabad column for a short period of time. But if you want to update the value of variable storing the data frame, we have to use in place is equal to true. When we use in place is equal to true, then the Hyderabad column is forever gone and now we don't have Hyderabad in our data frame. We can also drop one or more columns and use axis is equal to 1 as we are dropping columns, and in place is equal to true to permanently delete it. So we can see we have only now 3 columns in our data set. We can also delete rows. Now we have to delete row, so we write axis is equal to 0. So now we can see row E is deleted, but we did not use in place is equal to true. Therefore we have our E in our original data frame. Now we'll see more functions in pandas. Which are the more functions we can use in pandas, or we can say in data frame? So we can create a column using range. So the new column will have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and the name of that column will be index. Now we have index column with new values 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 as 5 is excluded. Now df.set index and in place is equal to true. So by this function we we replace our indices from A, B, C, D, E to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and our column name index. So we can see over here that we have indices 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is really helpful, as suppose if we have dead column in a data, then we can use set index and set the indexes of our data frame with the dates and access the rows with the help of our date. Like we can use df.lock 20130102 means first, means we can have the entire row of or on 1st January 2013 or 1st February 2013 on the particular date. For our data frame, we can access the values using the indices like here. We can also slice the values. And now if you only want selected number of columns into it, we can do it by mentioning in a square brackets. And also we have indices indexed our rows to 1, 2, 3. Only we have second, third and fourth row and Gurgaon and Delhi into our data frame like here. df.reset index, we can also reset index and in place is equal to true, means permanently reset our indexes to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we have our index column and the rows are resetted to its original values, which are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I have copied df to df2 and now we can perform arithmetic operations like addition, deletion to it. By addition, we can add both the columns, both the data frames together. If we subtract the two same data frames, we obviously get 0. Now this is in place is equal to false, means this is not reflected into our data frame until we do df is equal to df minus df2. So it is only a temporary values to just see that we can perform arithmetic operations on our data set. So like, and here dot all method sees if all the entries in a column are greater than 0 or not. If they are, then we get true or else we get false. We get true for Gurgaon, Delhi and Faridabad as all the values are greater than 0. But for index we have one value which is 0, therefore false. And dot any checks whether any of the value in the column in the data frame is greater than 0. If any value is greater than 0, it returns true. Like here, index has 4 values greater than 0. Therefore, we have written true. Now df.empty checks whether the data frame is empty or not. Here our data frame is not empty. So we get a false value. We get false. So that's it from this video. We have discussed series and data frames. We have discussed how can we create series using lists, arrays and dictionaries. We have also seen how we can access series values. We have seen what are pandas, data frames. We have also seen how to create a data frame. Then we have also seen creation of new columns in data frames and how can we add a column using existing columns or using single values. We have also seen how we can remove columns from our data frame and what is in place and what is access, everything. Now, and also we have seen more functions like how we can set index, how we can reset our index, and then how can we perform arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction or data frames, and what are dot all, dot any and empty functions of a data frame. If you like the video, please like my video, and if you have any queries, you can put it in the comment section below and we will get back to you. Thank you.